Howdy, YouTube gamers. My name is twoshell, and today's video is a lot different than my normal Venge content. Today, I'm going to be talking about why I think Venge is failing. This video has me giving respect to the developers, the admins, the community. I respect you all greatly, but I think if we do not change the course of Venge, that this game is sadly doomed to fail. I benefit greatly personally from Venge. As you can see from my one video, it's basically 5,000 views just because the admins put on the homepage. And I greatly respect everybody for doing that for me. I benefit from that. So me making this video only has a potential of me losing my respect, which is already very little in the community, from the admins. So, and that's fine. I accept that because I don't dick ride. I think I usually like to speak my mind freely, and I like to give my opinions and express my thoughts. So let's start off why I think Venge has failed. And I'm sorry again, if you like this game and you don't like my opinions, then I'm sorry. Number one, the regression in features. When I first started playing this game in 2022, at the very beginning, the game was a lot different than when I first started playing. When I first started playing, we had a client that worked properly, that didn't bug out, that you get stable FPS and ping on. You would have custom games that you could just send a link and people could join. They could also type ! link in your chat and it would give you a link. There was a lot more of a smoother experience for content creators. The custom maps would work properly. And now I only can have 4 players in a lobby, and half the time the players can't even connect to the lobby. So parkour and all that stuff, that yes, it was a very small niche part of the community, but that was one of my parts of the community that sadly just completely died. And there's nothing I could do to help that. I could say, oh, twoshell, make more maps. But sadly, even if I made more maps or anything, guess what? The editor's buggy, the custom games don't work, your map editor, like your map selection shit's dog shit. I could barely get players to even connect to the lobby because it's so buggy. Okay? The editor barely works, and when there was a bug that when you added all the new things, it took months just to get it fixed, which I understand you fixed it, but that took way too long. The client used to have so many more things. We used to have options and settings. You get a bloom and all these. None of that exists anymore. Like, we were able to queue. Remember in the days when I could select Sierra and Temple? I could play both maps. I didn't only have to queue one at a time. What happened to that? Why did we remove that? Like, now everybody only plays Sierra. And then you guys only push Sierra. When we do a map update, want to know what you guys do? You only update Sierra. And let's be honest. Updating Sierra doesn't take much fucking effort. I've fucking made maps in video games before. I've made maps on your fucking editor. Okay, I understand you're probably not making it on the editor, but let's be honest. Adding a couple pumpkins and some spider webs around a map doesn't take much effort, but we only added it to Sierra, making it pushed more and more as the only map to play. And we keep pushing Sierra as the one map to play, but it gets boring. How many times have every single one of you played Sierra? Are you not sick of Sierra? Why don't we rotate the maps, add a new map, remove Sierra, do something? Why are we not doing anything? Okay? The lack of treatment of the game. The admins barely played the game. The community barely plays the game. Everybody likes to have strong opinions about the game, it feels like, in the game community, but no one plays the game, it feels like. And that really sucks. As someone who has played the game 8 to 12 hours, doing like 16 hours some days, like, I've played the game an absurd amount. And let me tell you, Sierra gets fucking boring after 16 hours. And I understand not everybody plays Sierra like me. And I understand I'm probably fucking mentally ill for the amount of Venge I play. Okay? But that is why I think I'm one of the most important people to speak on this stuff. Why are we only allowing one map? Imagine you're a new player and you're like playing Sierra. And then that's all you play is Sierra, 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 Sierra. Like, you never play Temple or Tudger or anything. Like, why don't we just rotate the game modes? It can't be that hard to rotate a game mode. Okay? Also, why are we gatekeeping people with KDR and stuff? Why are you allowed to leave the game and keep your KDR? Why do we have only 4 players in the lobbies? You guys put like an update a month ago saying we were going to change the lobbies to 6 players. I don't think as a developer who's like, I'm sorry, as a person who's like worked on video games before, it takes fucking a month to change a code to add from 4 players to 6 players, okay? And I understand, maybe 6 players is too much. Why not try 5 players? Why is the community wants more players than the lobbies? Why are we just keeping it at 4? Why don't we test 5? test 6, test more. Like, you have a live service game and you're not testing things. The thing is about video games like this is if you update a game and you don't like the update, or the community doesn't respond to the update, you can remove the update. We have the ability to revert updates now. It's insane. We no longer live in the fucking world of 2005 where you have a CD and you can have to go to the game and like as soon as you get the game, it's done. You could revert updates now. So why aren't we testing things and then reverting it if we don't like it? Like, and also, half the fucking time, you don't even have 6 players in a lobby. When I played the game with 6 players, most of the time, you would barely get 6 players. Yes, some games you'd have full 6-player lobbies, and I might even get 6-player lobbies even more than the average person because I was stream sniped to get people in my game. So I get purposely people looking to get into my game. So I get more players probably on average than the average person. So all of you guys saying, oh, 6 players is too much, fuck that. You're lying. You don't play the game. And if you do think 6 players is bad, shut the fuck up. Stop whining about your KDR. No one gives a fuck if you die. It's a fucking IO game. We're here to have fast action, fast combat, and die. Who gives a shit? No one cares about your KDR. Stop leaving the game. Okay? Number 4. Okay? I've already talked about customs a little bit, but you can't use parkour lobbies. Like, everything is just fucked in customs. It just needs a general overhaul. Like, everything is broken in it right now. You can't use the rating system. You can barely join games. To join a game, it's a hassle. There's only 4 players allowed. Bro, I love it. Like, people say, oh, the Venge servers can't handle more than 6 players. Bro, I've had 10 or 11, or I don't even know how many people were in my old Venge parkour lobbies. There was more than fucking 6 players. And let me tell you, I don't think it was that bad. Yeah, maybe for some of the Chromebook kids, it got a little bit laggy, but what are we going to do about that? They're joining a 10-player lobby. Of course it's going to be laggy. There's not much we could do about that, okay? And my last point, the lack of just updates and features and a rank system or anything that keeps long-term players happy. Like, I understand that most people, when they play this game, they go on their Chromebook and they play the game once, and then they might never play it again. And that is maybe majority of the audience, so you just don't care. But don't you want to grow the community? Don't you want the game to have like a solid, like you already have such a solid foundation of a community, and it feels like you just don't care about us. Like, I know a lot of the better players in this game, and most of the better players probably know who I am as well. And they might not all respect me. They might think I'm trash. They might think a lot of different things, okay? But they all know that the game is probably dying. I feel like everybody kind of knows that, right? So why do we push updates with such little content? And I understand a couple new skins and all that. That's awesome, okay? The Halloween update was a cool little update, but why so little? You have a team. Do we not have a developer team? We have admins. We have a community. You could be asking the community for maps. We could be doing community maps. We could be doing so many more ideas, but we're not. So why? Just why? You have an entire community probably willing to help you with this game, and not a single time has the community ever been helped for ask for help. Like, yeah, we might get like, oh, you want to add a skin to Venge? Okay, wow, a skin. Okay, cool. We have a couple skin makers now. We could be making maps. We could be doing community events. We could be hosting tournaments. We could be doing a makeshift rank system. We could be doing a lot of different things that we're not even testing out to see if people like. Like, the game has a core player base that won't quit the game. So why are we just not testing new ideas? We should just be testing stuff for fun. So, yeah. That's my rant video. Admins, don't ban me. Hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, probably gonna get banned from this one. But peace, gamers. I love Venge. I hope you all do too. Hopefully one day it'll be a better game. Bye-bye.